All right, we are live with the Broken English Brothers. I'm one of your hosts, your co-host, Brooker, and this is Carter. And Carter
A
is EP mode.
little bit, not entirely. I'm like awake. I'm here.
He's here, but yeah. I have a couple
Well,
things I want to talk about. Is there anything you want to start us off with, or do you want me to just jump right into my shit?
um, the big thing is I was just curious on your Chainsaw Man review, and then I was gonna
Um,
talk about something else. The Knives
well,
Out.
we could talk. Did you watch it already?
I did, dude.
Oh my
I
God,
know,
we're
I know, I
supposed to
know,
watch it together.
I know, but you have to keep in mind, like,
I don't care.
no, it's like I have like 4 movies I've been trying to watch for 2 months now, and
Well,
it's
this
just
one's been
like
out for like maybe. Didn't it
I
come out at
thought
the
it came
beginning of the
out in
month?
October. You said.
No, that was when the freaking pre-release screening came out, but it wasn't open to the public until the beginning of this month, I think, or maybe late December
I
or
was
late
told
November. I mean,
November.
maybe it
Yeah,
was late
late.
November, but either way, it's not 2 months.
I guess, but there's just so many movies that I've been waiting to see with
Where did you go
somebody.
watch it?
Uh, well, it's on Netflix now.
Oh, it is, huh? Wait,
Yeah.
how do you have Netflix?
Oh, Hannah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Uh,
Well, I might go watch it on. I might go watch it in theaters. I don't know.
it's. We can talk about that real quick. I just,
It sounds like
man,
you're
it
disappointed.
no. Well, I'm disappointed in like just the movie industry because it's just like it's one of the few movies where it's just like, oh wow, this has been really great. That was really awesome. That was really enjoyable, and I really enjoyed it. It was really great. All 3 of them, just awesome, great, enjoyable. Um, I don't know where it stands on it being like a perfect movie or whatever, but it's like one of those like I really enjoy when I turn it on. Um, I can have like a good time watching I don't know. It's just like there's not a
Well,
whole lot of movies where it's just like I can just turn them on and I'm gonna have a good time like the entire time through.
well,
And
it's pretty rare. I hear you like actually enjoy a movie, so that's
yeah,
good to
well, that's what
hear.
I'm getting at. And it's just like, ugh. It's just like, and then I was just thinking, I'm like, back in the day, most people, it was, I don't know. I say back in the day. I mean, it was just like when I watch like quote unquote classical movies from like the 90s and before.
Like Die Hard.
I mean, Die Hard is a good movie.
It's all right.
The first one. I mean, but that's kind of, yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting at. It's just like, it really does, like, just, like, after a while, like, a lot of movies, it's just, like, really difficult to watch without becoming, like, extremely cynical.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I feel that. Because we watched Zootopia. I don't know. Did we talk about that on the show?
No, I don't think we did.
Yeah, we watched
Um,
that. That was, it was.
I
I
wasn't
liked it. I didn't like everything about it. I had no.
the Zootopia movie, I wasn't pissed off the entire time watching it, so
It was
it's
fun.
sad to say,
It.
but I guess that's a win and better than what I've been having experiences with movies for the last, like, decades.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's just your outlook. Maybe Hannah has just inspired you to
No, I think
enjoy things
yeah,
more.
no, I think it's
No,
literally
definitely not.
well, no, no, I mean,
Definitely
it's just
not
like I
that.
just don't try watching movies anymore. I just like,
Well,
unless a certain movie, like, interests me, like, I don't attempt to, engage with it unless, like, I have, like, a good feeling, like, it'll be good.
well,
But I've been disappointed so many times, I just don't bother anymore.
that's the thing is you shouldn't. like, I don't think you should go into every movie, like, going like, "Man, I better like this." I think it's good to not like movies, and so I know you're saying there's a
I'm
lot that you don't like, but
Yeah, I'm talking about, like, when you sit there and you can't go 2 minutes without, like, your eyes rolled back into the back of your head, just
and
like
that's what's good about home movies, or, like, watching movies at home is if you really are like, "No, I can't," you can just fucking no, you're done. Like, you don't have to fucking finish it. The
Yeah, yeah,
movie
I
theater,
know.
you're shitting yourself, like, you're punking yourself out of money if you do that. Um,
Yeah,
I
movie
guess
theater. That's funny you have I mean, for me, like, it's just like, oh, well, it's the movie theater. It's like, regardless of if I'm enjoying the movie or not, I got, like, a big old drink. Because I always get, like, heavy concessions. I'll spend a lot of money on the concessions because, like, for me, it's just like, "Oh, I'm treating myself." It's like,
so
the
you're
movie doesn't
saying
even
you're
have
you're in for it and you don't care because 'cause you're just enjoying the
the con
experience, sort of?
Yeah, yeah, like,
Yeah, I don't
I
know
could
about that.
care less about the fucking movie itself.
See, I don't know,
Half the
because
time.
there's been some movie I couldn't tell you which one because I forget, but I remember the feeling, that's the
I'm not gonna
takeaway.
say there's not, like, movies I wouldn't walk out of, but, like, I'm pretty selective on
Do you remember what movies you walked out of? I feel like we've talked about this before.
I don't think I've really walked out of any
You're like, "Dude,
movie.
I no, I had to walk out."
There was, like, one movie that I remember walking out, but it was, like, a French film, and it was, like, horrifically depressing, and at the time, I just couldn't handle that.
Huh.
That
No, it
that's
was
that's
some,
the only
like
time I can think of walking out of a movie.
I don't know then. Uh, yeah, Zootopia, it's whatever. I enjoyed it, I'll say
Wait,
that.
yeah,
Uh,
I don't remember if I said it on, uh I don't know if I said it on the, original or if I gave my review, but, like, the original one I fucking hated. This
you
one
did?
I fuck
Really? I thought you liked that one.
Are you fucking with me?
What is it like the thinly veiled rate? Because that is, like, pretty obnoxious.
It's
It's
fucking
pretty,
stupid. It's not
yeah,
even
pretty,
obnoxious, it's stupid because it's just like, well, like, it's this is like it's like, "Oh, don't judge a book by its cover." It's just like, no, like, animals are, like, biological. It's like, what are you saying? Like, if you're gonna make a race metaphor, it gets really fucking, like, disjointed and messy when it's just like, "Oh, but, like, if you put this, like, vitamin in them, they do become hostile and their real nature comes out," or some shit like that, and it's
yeah,
just
what
like,
does that
"Well, what do you
even
mean their real
yeah.
nature?" It's just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then it's like, it almost gives off the vibe that it's just like, yeah, certain races are more violent, and it's just like, well, yes, because they're fucking animals, and animals are fucking different and shit. But like, I was just like,
Alright, I
it's
didn't mean to get you worked up.
I
I
fucking
know
hated that movie. I hated it so much because it's just like a race allegory, but then, like, to do it so softly, especially in a time when, like, everybody's, like, heated up, is just like, it's just like, wow, way to, like, just fuck up, like, a lot of conversations and stuff. And but this one was, like, pretty good. And um
yeah, they
was
kinda they
learning
didn't
about, like, this one probably did it, like, better, of just like, hey, people are different, but you can, like, kinda work through that. I don't even really think it really tackled any of that shit or focused on any of that shit.
yeah,
It
it's
was
more
just
just, like, telling the story and then about how, like, I think the main theme was about what society expects of you or something, or your family or whatever bullshit. Because like, they're like, "Oh, Judy, still, like, what's your partner and your partner, and you get to decide, your differences don't matter or whatever, it's what makes you good partners," and then the little shit, sorry,
y
spoilers, but spoilers for Zootopia too, but the cat or the lynx or whatever, that was the witchmajig.
yeah.
Yeah, like,
But
you're like, "Oh, I need to prove it to my family," or whatever.
yeah, it was more
And it's
character
kinda
driven, and it's
yeah,
just
I mean, again, it was really inoffensive, they didn't really do any. Because like, even if you didn't like it, like, at least it was trying to say something, in that regard. I know you don't agree with it,
The
or
first one or the second one?
well, what I'm saying is the first one was trying to make a statement, even if it did it poorly, and it was like,
I
whatever. Like
yeah,
there
it's
was
I
a
guess.
mission, and this one felt a lot more safe. Like, just kind of, yeah, we're gonna make our. It's like a Pixar. It's not Pixar, but we're gonna make a Pixar movie, and it's. I mean, it's made $1 billion at the box office, so it didn't need to be anything good. It just needed to be what it was, I guess, and what it was made a fuck ton of money. So,
Yeah.
it is what it is. That's what I always say.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I the first one is so dog shit in my opinion. Um,
Hell yeah,
that
brother.
yeah, I know a lot of I'm happy not a lot of people listen to this because they'd be probably annoyed because I'm not giving a whole like explanation to that. Like I'd have to. I mean, what was it like 10 years ago?
It was not. I mean, yeah, almost. It
Yeah,
was
like nine.
June of
Yeah, which
2016.
is crazy to think about, but like. Yeah, I remember, like, how much hate ran through my bloods when watching that movie because of how
Yeah.
just sloppy the messaging was and how it felt very tone deaf about a lot of shit, and
All right. Well, yeah, I know. We don't have to get back into it if it's gonna.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Let me tell you something. This is kind of funny. There's a couple topics. I have them in like in a list. But this one's really funny to me. So our aunt, do you say aunt or do you say aunt?
No, don't start this aunt. We'll just go with aunt.
Okay, he's an aunter, the correct way. Anyways, uh, I don't even know if I should say her name, but our
Anyway, yeah,
aunt.
what happened?
Well, so she was married with a man, right? And they had kids.
Uh,
Uh, and they
yeah.
got divorced, right? And I follow my ex uncle-in-law. I don't know if they'd still just be uncle, but my biological aunt, her husband, they get divorced. I follow him on Facebook or we're friends or whatever, and he posts a story. He's with a woman that looks a lot like our aunt.
Oh
It's not, but I just thought that was funny. It's like, oh man, life is great. Got a type, I guess.
no.
Apparently, he was real shitty about it. Of course, this is I'm hearing this from my family, but I don't have a reason
It's
not to
like
believe
dad
them.
talking about it or something.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it because yeah, it had just come up.
I haven't talked to dad in a while. I need to.
Well, Christmas coming up. You could
Yes, I
call
got a
him.
box and I'm really worried about it because I think I went to
He
go
he
update my
got you
Amazon.
something. I know he got you something.
Yeah, well, I went to update my Amazon wish list, and I took off a bunch of items. I was just like, I don't even know if I would fit these. I don't even know what my size are. It was like the clothing stuff,
Oh
and then
yeah.
the day after the package arrives, meaning like it was ordered a bit ago, but
Well,
I
I
was just like,
love
I
for
was
the
like, oops.
viewers. Carter last year, I don't want anything. And we're like, okay, just put something. He's like, all right, okay. And then he puts on like obviously clothes for his girlfriend. It's like, no, it's cheating.
Now, now, not only
Well, here's the thing, if we knew that she knew, but I feel like it wouldn't be so far fetched to believe you'd be like, look what I got you, honey. I got you all this shit. Rather than
Yeah,
like, "Yeah, I told them to buy shit for you."
yeah. Well, it's just what it is.
Do you know for a fact you're working on Chris is it just 'cause your schedule
Yes,
is
I
just the
am.
same
I
no
just
matter
found
what?
out today. I will be working like a full 16.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so I can have Christmas Eve off.
That's wild. Because for the first time in probably no bullshit, maybe a decade? I could be misremembering. Or I guess I had Christmas off last year because I was basically unemployed, but, this is, like, the first Christmas that I won't be working that I am not where I'm in a position to be working, I guess. So I'm kind of excited about that. I think what we're gonna do is Christmas Eve at Zoe's.
Okay.
If you're saying you're off, because I will get off at like 10 that day, and then I can just, I can just stay up or whatever because I don't work the next day. And then I'm gonna do Christmas Day with Julie's family. Uh, so I think
I'll
that would work
see
out.
about it. I honestly just want to wait until the weekend
Well,
because
well, I'll be working, so
yeah.
I might be able to do that. I don't know. Because I went over to Zoe's. This was a little bit ago, and I mean, I had to leave. Oh, it's 6 o'clock. I have to go to bed. I have to leave now. And it's like, well, this is prime time. 5 to 6 is like that's like when you hang out with people. I guess 6 to 7, whatever. But anyways, I don't remember why I was thinking. I was just at work, and I remember I was probably about, I don't know, 11, 12, 13, somewhere around there. And I'm like, "Hey, Dad, can I go to my friend's, have a play date?" He's like, "What?" Like,
How old was this?
I think I was like 11 or 12. It was when we lived in Kennewick, so I know I was at least 10 because that was in 5th grade. I just remember the bedroom, like going into the master bedroom to talk to them, like, "Hey, can I go over to a friend's house?" Or my friend, Riley.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, I called it a play date, and he's like, "What?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "That sounds really gay." I'm not even trying to be mean. It's just a play date. Like, son, you're like 12 years old or whatever. And I was like, hmm. And of course, I never said that word, uttered that word, probably up until now. Uh, not, but 15 years later.
Poor Brookie.
Poor Brookie. Um, but no, man, I'm gonna feel so stupid if I find out I talked about this already. But I just remember as a kid, I would when I was probably 5 or 6,
Hey,
I'd just go, huh?
the cat. He keeps like fiddling with shit.
Hey, get your shit together, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just go over to a friend's house and just knock. Hey, is Peter home? Can I hang out
And
with
pay at
Peter?
home. I think we talked a little bit about that, and I was talking about how
Yeah,
like
that's right.
some
I remember.
kid. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm trying to imagine if I was a parent and just some dumbass kid just came to my, oh, this fucking, oh, no, sorry, he's got to do his homework or
He's
whatever.
always gone. Yeah.
He's got to do, and then sometimes, but yeah, yeah, come on in. I'm like, man. I mean, it was just, I don't know. I was probably, 5 or 6 or something, because it was like just that time between first grade when we moved to Florida in the first place. Um, yeah, and then that neighborhood was honestly awesome. I remember because, you hear like millennials, and I guess you're technically a millennial, but talk
Yeah.
about it. I hear them talk about it on Reddit. And it's like, "Oh, the street light comes on, and that meant you had to go home." And I'm like, I don't consider myself millennial, but I mean, that was still the case for us. I remember we'd go and play in the cold stack, playing games outside, like soccer or some bullshit, and then the street lights would come on, and like, "Oh, fuck. Probably should start heading home soon." And this was when I was like, I don't know, 7 or 8, something like that. But yeah, no phones. I think you had a phone when you were like 12, maybe. Does that sound right? Or were you 16?
I really don't know.
I don't give a shit. I don't know. Hey, listen, so the studio is going to be ready later today. So if you're interested, some point between today and next week, you could come over if you wanted. We can still do it online if you wanted, but the studio will be set up and we could try it that way if you want to do a live one, like with our faces.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I would be down. I I mean, I need to. Yeah, I think the biggest fucking hurdle that I'm facing right now, and this is why I watched that Knives Out movie, is it's just I'll go weeks, almost months without being able to do or see certain things. So it's just
The
like I just
jed.
yeah, it's just like the time I get off work and shit and all this stuff. It's just like
It'll
I don't
suck the
know.
soul out you. I understand.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just literally just like I don't know. It's just like nobody's schedule lines up with mine. It's just like who
Well,
is
that's
awake after midnight, you know?
no, I mean, that's how I feel is
I
I'm
mean,
like,
that's how we had to do this, you know. It's like I had to just like wake up, which I can do on occasion, um, but like it takes out a lot out of me sometimes. So
well, I know how you feel. I usually wake up at like, right before work, and they've been making me work at 2 instead of 3, and so there's that little bit of leeway where I could wake up at like midnight, 1 o'clock, and then we could get this done. But I'm just a little behind the scenes for the listeners at home, just how, the effort we put in to get this shit done on time every week. Okay. Speaking of when I was a kid, I remember I was in science class. It must have been like 6th grade. And I thought I was so fucking smart because, the teacher's talking about matter, right? Like, oh, everything is matter, takes up mass. Pretty much everything is matter. I'm like, oh, yeah?
yeah.
Well, what is a shadow then? I just like, yeah, it's probably antimatter, I suppose. Thinking I'm so fucking slick. It's like, well, shadow is basically a concept. It's like the absence of light. I don't know if light is matter. It might not be because
I was talking to you should probably look this up after the thing, but uh I was looking up or not looking. I was talking to Rivers about entropy. Do you know what
oh, yeah?
entropy is?
I know the word. I couldn't tell you what it means right at this
It's
moment.
it's like I don't know if it's like a concept or a thing. When I was talking um to Rivers about it, he was telling me how uh it's like a state or something, and it's just like apparently like everything's like will turn into entropy or something unless there's like a force keeping it from doing that or something. But like and he was like giving me like a super dumbed down version of it just so I could kind of understand. But it was like um basically just like, oh, your room's messy. It's going to become messy at some point unless you do something to like keep it clean or something.
It says,
Um
yeah, the most common analogy: a messy room is higher entropy than a clean one because there are more ways for things to be messy.
yeah, it's I just thought it was really weird. It's just like, oh, interesting. Like things are almost fated to become a certain way, and that's just the natural state of like the world. Um,
What are you talking about? The
however, you can
information
like
theory?
prevent it. Do what?
It says there's a Wikipedia article for entropy information theory.
That's interesting too. I don't know. Like, I would like look it up, I guess, and like kind of look at. But I really felt like kind of inspired by that whole concept of just like things are set in motion to become a crappy version of itself, I guess you could say. And the only thing that can prevent it from getting there is like people making an effort to prevent it from being there. But by default, things will become shitty if somebody isn't like working to prevent that. And I thought that was really interesting.
How did that come up?
Uh, just now?
No, I mean, I figured you were thinking about it. You said you were talking with Rivers about it. I assume earlier today.
Yeah, I think it was yesterday or something. What was the thing? I was listening to a video. I think they were talking about the quote unquote shitification of things.
Yeah.
Of like just like certain like the industry and stuff of like games and everything.
Well, 2025 is like the best year for gaming in a while.
I think
At a
it's very
whole.
good. But I
I mean,
know
look at the
like
Game Awards, dude. Did you watch the Game Awards?
no, I didn't watch the Game Awards.
Oh, you were missing out, dude. It was lame as fuck.
Oh, really?
There was that, and then there was the streamer awards. That I
So
kind
what all happened? I don't even
what at the Game Awards or
yeah, I don't even know anything about um the Game Awards. I heard something won, but I don't know what. I don't even remember. Yeah, you're just gonna have to tell me like
I heard
what all happened because you guys
a
were talking
game
about it.
one or is that something they do at the Game Awards? Do people win at the Game Awards?
I thought, don't they win? Are you
Yeah, at
making
an
fun of me? Or,
award.
oh,
Yes,
okay.
I'm making fun of you because it's an award show. How? What? Oh, we're here to. I
No,
don't
but it
know.
was like something funny, like one, but I don't know anything about it.
Okay, well, there's this game called Claire Obscure or Claire Obscura. I don't fucking know. Expedition 33, and it's just a big jerk off for that game. That was like the
What
whole
game?
game
Say it one
was
more time.
Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Expedition 33. They were literally that's the video. That's what they were talking about the enshittification, I think. They were
What?
talking
That the
about like
game's shitty?
Pokemon. No, Expedition 33 is like really good, and I think this is what they were talking about. It was the same day I listened to it, so I'm getting my memories mixed up, but basically I know like that was one thing I was listening to was just like how this game Expedition 33 is basically um how would I describe it? Like they were comparing it to like the newest Pokemon game of how like Pokemon and Expedition 33 try a lot of the same or do a lot of the same things, however like one of them is like way better at it than the other. And I don't think this was the one where they were talking about enshittification. But but it was like something that they brought up, and so I started looking at Expedition 33. It's like a French game or something.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty good game.
It
You're
looks like yeah, I didn't play. I don't have any interest in playing it. Main reason being it's turn-based, and I know there's not a lot of people listening, and even less so people that have probably played the game.
well, it's like
But
Paper Mario, where it's like there's action
there's
commands.
there's like a parry system and some other
Hmm.
shit. I don't know. Part of it is, and I heard somebody talking about this, is that because it's won so many awards, it's just like, all right, dude, like I'm sick of it. Like I'm sick of hearing about and
That's
I
why you
saw
don't listen to
something.
the stupid game awards where it's just like all fake. I didn't. I thought didn't that one guy that used to host them say like they were gonna stop doing them?
You're thinking of Jeff Keighley, and I fucking doubt it because I imagine I could be wrong, but I imagine they make a lot of money from it from advertisers. I don't know. I don't know if
Yeah.
he pay. I don't know what the pay whatever is, but it's the biggest because of E3 being gone. It is the biggest
Oh, that's
night for
probably what it
gaming.
is. Yeah, E3 is
Um,
gone. That's probably what I was thinking of.
yeah. But anyways, I seen something that there's like a theory that the game has been astroturfed to
What does
hell
that
because like
mean?
where it so imagine like if something goes viral, right? You know what that means.
Yeah.
Like if something's going viral, it can happen organically where it's like, oh, this is really interesting and it gets shared by people. Or astroturfing is kind of like a artificial way to make something popular.
Oh, there's
Like
a term for that?
yeah, so like a company, damn it, I'm saying like a lot.
That's
Oops.
fine.
I'll look up the actual term for it or the definition.
Oh,
But
okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Like Harry Potter was.
yeah, I believe that. I don't know
Yeah,
anything
that
about
well, I
that,
mean,
but I
yeah,
believe it.
that's like a thing. Apparently, a lot of people didn't know. But like, yeah, she was like, oh, she was just a mom, and like they made like this whole story or something. But like the reality is like I think during or after the publication of the first book, they're like, yeah, we need you to do this and this, and we're gonna make like a movie franchise out of it and everything. And so they
Oh
blew
wait,
it
no, I
up.
know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about. I feel like I remember hearing about this where they basically get people, yeah, to write books or some shit like knowing, hey, yeah, we want to make this a movie and we kind of like want to work with you to make it
Yeah, well,
popular.
that happens a lot. And then from my understanding is that they like dumped all this money like before the second book was even out on like making it super popular and everything. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna make this like a franchise movie. Like this is gonna be our big thing. And so like yeah, basically, and then I remember like they just like that was like a huge thing. Is just like she wrote it on a napkin for her two kids, and yeah, it was like all
Yeah.
this like bullshit. Yeah, it was like, but like the reality was like completely different, and like I've watched like a couple of stuff on it, how it was like very astroturf.
Yeah, so it
In
says,
fact, I mean, I really love that word because I kind of feel like a lot of
well,
I
yeah, I
feel
mean,
like
you
more often
because
than not, things are astroturfed. I only know of like a handful of things that aren't, like Undertale, Pizza Tower. Like I only know like indie video games that are like that.
yeah, so
That's
you look at Claire Obscura. So real quick, AstroTurf Google definition says disguise in such a way as to present it as having arisen from unsolicited public comments. So, like, artificially creating, oh my God, this is so crazy. And this is what people are actually saying, as opposed to the reality, which is no, like, a company is going out of their way to market this, but they don't want you to know that they're marketing it. They're trying to get you to think
yeah,
that it's regular
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Anyways,
Because like yeah,
because they had it's like a brand new company created by developers because that was I don't know I think or no maybe they weren't brand new. I think they had like 2 or 3 games or something, or that was the publisher rather than the developers. But they had like a movie deal before the game even launched, like all the reviews before
which game was this?
Claire Obscure
Player Obscure.
Expedition 33.
Oh, why do you keep calling it that? It's
That's the
Expedition.
full name. That's the full name is Claire Obscure Expedition 33. That's the full
Well,
name.
yeah. I mean, I had like that. That was like the one thing is like I think it has double the budget of the newest
Eh,
Pokemon game.
No, it has
So
half, I think. It said the budget is like $10 million and
oh
Pokemon's
really?
is like 20 million.
Okay. Oh wow. I'm gonna look it
But
up while you're going. Keep
but
talking.
I wouldn't doubt it. It just there was so much hype generated about it like instantly, and I know that again.
It's
So that
not
doesn't
me.
mean that.
Yeah, yeah. It's not for me. Like so.
eh,
Like I don't give a crap that much. I'm just happy people have like a game they can play that maybe they'll
And
like.
if the game is good, it's like whatever. But it still is like concerning to think about
Oh
that.
wow. Yeah, they're saying it's a passion project of this two guys or whatever.
There's a
I
guy
do
that
not.
he left Ubisoft from
Yeah, I
he was
haven't
being
heard this whole
tortured.
story.
He's being tortured by Ubisoft, and then he's like, "You know what? I'm gonna make a game tomorrow." And then he made the next he made it the next day.
Yeah, yeah. I don't believe no.
No, it took he says he left in 2019, and then they made it with 30 people.
I'm trying to find oh wow, yeah, you're right. They do have like double the budget. Huh. Yikes.
I don't know, it's just so weird. I mean, maybe that's just me, and that's just how I am, but there was no I don't remember any advertising for this until the game came out.
I only heard about it because of I thought it was like some obscure game or something because somebody
Well,
was
yeah,
talking about it.
It's Claire Obscure.
It was obscured. Um, then it looked like again, it's not my cup of tea or my type of game because especially when I was just like I don't have a whole lot of time to like delve on getting into new games and whatnot.
Well, that's a
Uh,
shame because I remember I bought you Persona 5, and that
that's on my I will play it list.
do you have your own Steam Deck, or is that only
That's only
Hannah?
Hannah has it. Only Hannah
Well,
has the
it's a
Steam Deck.
really good Steam Deck game. Let me smell you.
I mean, I'm hardly ever away from my computer.
Well, and it's a perfect computer game. How about that?
I'm willing to play it. I just you and me need to like pick a time
Uh,
that we want to, do that.
well, you can play it by yourself. I don't need to
No, it's
watch.
too confusing.
It's confusing. What the fuck? What? It actually would help you because you know they have dungeons. Like
I
there's
know, I know,
literal
I know, I know, I
dungeons with
know, I know, I
puzzles
know.
and
I don't
shit.
want to. Yes, it's on. I still have it downloaded because it's like under my research tab because I think there's just a lot of good inspiration material that I can get from it.
Oh,
Which
for
is
sure.
good.
If nothing else, maybe the music. I fucking the music is amazing. I actually still listen to the soundtrack like sometimes in the shower and stuff.
Yeah, I do hear the music's really good.
Um, I got two more things that I have on the agenda. Um,
Okay.
this one feels weird. You know, maybe I shouldn't even say it. It just seems so weird. But I saw
What?
this lady. I was driving home and I seen her at like a T intersection,
Okay.
and it just didn't make any sense to me. Her haircut. I just said, why do people willingly? God, I'd have to look up like an example of what her hair looked like, but hold on, maybe I can find a picture or something. Uh,
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on.
but it just imagine it's kind of like sort of like that old woman bowl cut. Uh,
Okay.
Man, yeah, now I feel like such a fucking idiot. Just try. Okay, yeah. Did you ever watch? And I don't really like this movie, but this is what I'm talking about. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yeah.
Did Jamie Lee Curtis's character in that with her dumbass haircut? Hold on, let me send you a
I'm
picture.
looking it up. Hang on. Okay, so
Jamie Lee Curtis,
oh
Everything.
yeah, yeah, the fucking just
Yeah, like
yeah.
that. I just and that was like her hair. This lady that I'm next to, or that I draw. I was like,
It's out of the way.
I,
I don't know. I wouldn't
well,
have that shit
my
hair.
first thought was, I'm like, okay, is she married? And if not, I'm like, when is the last time somebody tugged it to her? You think like with that haircut? Because it can't be any time after. I don't
I
know.
don't
I get people have preferences, but I can't ever see the appeal because there's some older women that have,
well,
you
yeah, you
know,
look at Jamie Lee Curtis's actual haircut and it's actually
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
good. Um
but it's real. Yeah,
yeah,
like
I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why a lot of people do. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people were wondering why I had my hairstyle. It's just like you never learn to do something with it. You never know, like how to style it and stuff. A lot of people,
okay, yeah.
like if you don't get
Well,
taught that stuff.
people were, that reminds me when I was a kid, I had really long hair and I don't know what it was, dude. If I had it, I don't know if it was just because I was a kid or what, but old ladies be swooning on me, dude. Oh my god. Oh, I would kill. Oh, well, can we swap
Ah,
hair? Can we swap
yuck,
hair?
dude! They would say that to me too when I had long hair. Oh,
Can we
let me
swap
touch
hair? Well, oh my
it.
god. Oh my god, your hair is so beautiful. And I'm a shy little kid. Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you. Yeah, yeah, I would. I don't like it. I don't like
yeah,
it at
yeah,
all. I get
yeah. I didn't
bullied.
like mine either. Yeah.
Like, having red hair is one thing, post South Park, and then having it long is just a whole other. Ugh.
Yeah.
I was so glad when I got it cut and we donated it to Locks of Love, and I found out when I was older that that place is fucking like terrible.
What do you mean?
It's like supposed to be a charity.
Yeah, a lot of charities are just bullshit fronts. Yeah,
It's
you gotta be
supposed to be
careful.
a charity that gives custom made like wigs basically to
Like,
kids
it's
that
with cancer and stuff.
cancer or alopecia or like
Yeah.
burns or whatever. Uh, and apparently they're just pieces of shit, from
Most
my
charities,
understanding.
yeah, kinda are
I
like,
think I
I'm
read
trying to remember, there was, like, a really popular one that I was, like, listening in of, like, what they actually do with the money and, like, how shit Salvation Army. It's just, like it's pretty much just, like, a, Christian propaganda thing or something.
'cause I think
So
it
it's just, like,
was
majority of your money just goes into them, like,
that's what it was.
"Yes!"
They charge people. That's what it was. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but and I guess it's expensive as fuck or something. I don't know. Maybe I thought there was a. Now I'm like wondering. I'm like, well, because it wouldn't be. You can't just make something out of nothing. But I'm also like, people are donating the hair, and I'm sure they get donations and stuff, like money donations to help. I don't know.
I
6
don't know.
employees? Wait, what? What the
Like, when it
hell?
comes to charities, you always need to make sure you look into
Wait,
them.
what the fuck? It says well, this was 2017, but it says there's 6 employees
That
and
locks of blood?
set at Locks of Love, and there's 77 volunteers. Only the highest quality
I mean, if it's a
long-haired
well, you have
ewes.
to keep in mind, like, charities, like, in order to be considered a charity, you have to have, like, very little profits. Or, like, 0 profit, from my understanding. Like, all the money has to go into the community service that you're, quote, unquote, "providing." Now, a lot
Yeah,
of
so,
people
like
figure out a way to circumvent that and, like, "Well, I need all of this," you know?
only the highest quality long hair is used to make a wig
Oh, I
for a
think I remember
child.
what the enshittification thing was about. Um,
What's that? What's that,
I
Bubba?
I was listening to Animal Farm. Have you ever read that book? I know it's like a classic, but I managed to get
Yeah,
out of reading it.
we had to read it in high school. Fart.
I really don't know how I, like, got out of having to listen to so much, like, classical literature, but,
What, are you
it
about to
was
tell me
really
it's like the greatest book you ever read?
I really liked a lot of what it was saying, but the thing that threw me off is, like, calling people pigs and I mean, maybe not the pig thing, but, like, the sheep thing comes from that.
I
Like
bet I
like,
already know
those
the
are the sheep.
answer, but have you read 1984?
No, but that was, like, right after that because I was like, "Oh, this George Orwell guy, maybe he's onto something." A lot
Well,
of it
if you
seems pretty
liked
good.
Animal Farm, read that, but
I mean, I
don't
haven't
don't
read
go
it, I've
high
just
and
been listening.
mighty about that.
What's wrong with 1984? I know it's been, like, psyoped by a lot of fucking idiots.
Well, the thing is, I mean, you know about it, it's like, oh, the government can basically controls the world and, like,
Yeah.
there's no privacy.
Yeah.
Uh, I think they talk about, like, think crime or thought crime or whatever,
Yeah, there's, like, something like that. They're trying to make, like, their own new language.
but then, they restrict on what literature you're allowed to read. It's just like it's very the government, they control everything about your life or whatever, and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can only
yeah.
whatever. But
It seemed
people
like an interesting thing.
people say, there's like a meme about
I
it.
know. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's like been psyoped by a lot of fucking idiots. Like, it wasn't an instruction manual, man.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because even though I don't disagree, where it's like, yeah, the way the government is going is concerning.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It was written in response to how things were going during that person's time.
Yeah,
Like
which
that.
was in the 50s, or it was either the
Yeah.
50s or the 60s.
Yeah. 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 Like I don't know if it was the United States, or not, but like his like Animal Farm was like a whole thing about like the Soviet Union and like the ending of like the Russian Tsar and everything. And like it's like like a big metaphor for like what happened and like some of the pitfalls and issues that happened with like the revolution over there. And how it like just turned into the same thing kind of thing. Because like in Animal Farm, like the pigs end up taking over, and that's the thing is it's like everybody talks about like 1984. I don't know why a lot of people don't talk about like Animal Farm as much.
Well, because that's an allegory for communism, and that kind of died after the Cold War.
See, that's what a lot of people say, but like, and to a degree, it kind of is, but it's more of like, and George Orwell's apparently said it himself. I mean, it's like it's more of like a description of like how things end up during revolutions and new power structures and stuff, and like just how like issues of like, I mean, like the biggest thing from it is like of just like, hey, like if you don't have a system in place to get rid of your leadership the moment they start fucking up and stop failing to do what they should be doing, like then it just gets really really bad. And honestly, like when I was reading it, it seemed more of like a description of capitalism. And apparently like a lot of like the CSI or CIA literally like bought like some of the rights of it so that they could publish like a anti-communist movie by changing a bunch of details about the book for the film adaptation. But it was like literally like purchased by like the CIA and stuff. But it is crazy because like the amount of stuff is like very paralleled to like capitalism, and like because like the whole thing is just like, oh, this person like there's a group of individuals who profit off of the labor of everyone else, and they do not produce, they only consume. And it's just like, oh, and I'm like, huh. It also got me thinking. I'm just like I listen to people talk about communism, and it's like this is what's going to happen if you go under communism, and I'm just like, isn't that kind of like already what's happening under capitalism? And then I just started thinking, I'm like, I feel like communism and capitalism are like almost the same thing after like a few steps into it of like the application, because it's just like the whole thing is like the state does I guess like the biggest difference is it's two systems of the same thing. The only difference is who gets to own the stuff. But it's just like it's never the people who really, and I'm talking about like the practice of it, not but it's
Carter
just like
in this
what?
episode, Carter talks about late-stage capitalism and its
Yeah.
dangers.
Well, it's just funny because it's just like there's so much like communism propaganda that's like still
Yeah.
effective. Like
And
I know
we
so
don't
many of my
we
coworkers are
haven't really researched the benefits that
no,
that
I don't think communism is good.
communism
I don't think communism is good. It's just what people describe about the issues of communism and why they're against communism is just very interesting because they describe literally one for one of like what's happening under capitalism. And it's just like I don't know if one's better than the other. They seem both pretty shitty. I think like I'm not even saying there's like a good in between you need to find. I think it's literally just like yeah. Again, I don't really know what the difference. It's just like because I guess it's like the theory of just like I don't know. I would need to look in what people think of when they think of communism as well, because apparently there's like like X amount of different types of communism. And then it's just like, well, I mean, it's just like it just sounds like a blanket term for um anything that like would up like honestly like the word communism, and this is what I've kind of like felt like is probably what it really is just like anything that like kind of for a while just sounded like it seems like something that like our current establishment hierarchy in the United States, like, oh, we'll just put communism and blanket that over anything that could potentially threaten
I mean,
like what we have.
maybe.
Because I mean, like, think about it. It's just like all of
Well,
like in
yeah. Well,
communism, all your stuff goes over to the government or whatever, right? You do all this labor, and then the government reaps all the rewards. The only difference is instead of like the government now, it's just like a group of literally Astroturf like companies. And the only difference is like, I mean, there isn't really a difference. Both only give you just enough to survive, so that you'll continue to produce. And it's just like both systems just only seem to really just give you enough to like survive, and then hoard it all for themselves, kind of thing. It's just like who gets it hoarded is different. But I
maybe
don't
there's an
know, like with
argument there. I don't know enough about communism or even say capitalism to argue with you about it. But
yeah, I don't even know if like what we're in is capitalism. I don't even really know. It's like everybody just kind of like describes different things, and it's just like, well, this doesn't work, and we should know that this doesn't work. Anyways, I just thought it was interesting. And the reason I'm talking, like, I started going down the rabbit hole of like listening to what Animal Farm's actually about, is because Seth Rogen is like a new voice for the new Pixar fucking esque Animal Farm movie that they're making, where it completely hogwashed all of
oh
like
yeah, I heard they like changed the ending to make it.
yeah, I don't know if they're changing the ending or what. I don't know if it's out yet, but like, yeah, they're making a kid-friendly Animal Farm movie, and
What a
like
fucking joke!
yeah,
It's so
it's
funny to me how much voice shit that he's been in.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just like fucking sellouts. They're gonna be the ones that are like the fucking most popular people. It's
We're
just like
millionaires. We're millionaires.
yeah, but yeah, that's my little rant on that. Because I
Okay,
just
I
thought it was
gotta
really
see
interesting.
this. I gotta see
Uh,
this art style. I'm
Art
curious.
style of what?
The Animal Farm
It's just like
movie.
fucking generic, like
Wait, when's it come out?
I don't know. I think the
Oh,
trailer
it
just got out.
says, yeah, it's coming out. It already premiered at a film festival, but it's going to be released May 2026,
Yeah.
is what it says.
Yeah, and it looks like a real piece of shit that completely
Oh, what
misses
the
the
hell?
point. I mean, it seems like another Lorax situation where it's like somebody wants to make it so that they can twist it and make the impression of it to be what they want. Like, I mean, that was like my big issue with that fucking Lorax shithead movie. Is like they like defanged all of like the important notions, so that it's just like, no, it is okay. And if things really get bad, you can turn it around. And it's just like, yeah, sure. It's like, I mean, I'm not saying you can't turn stuff around, but like they make it seem like it's like not a big deal. And it's just like, as long as you come together, you'll be able to turn it around right as rain. And it's just like, no, if you let it get that far, there's going to be a lot of fucking problems, and it's not going to be a fun time. That doesn't mean you can't turn it back. It's not like all loss, but don't think that there aren't going to be costs with that. Like the fucking Lorax promoting the fucking cars. Like, I mean, that's what I'm going down a rant. What was the other thing you wanted to talk about?
I'll tell you here in a minute, but I'm reading something funny.
What are you reading?
Animal Farm was sold to a Mormon-based studio, not based on any held beliefs, but because literally no other studio has shown interest in buying it since it premiered 6 months ago.
That is funny. I think the production studio is it's the same ones. They made this other fucking movie, and I saw the fucking poster when we were walking out of Zootopia. But they made a David and Goliath movie.
Oh
So they're
god.
making like a bunch of like fucking Bible stories or whatever. the production studio, so it like
Ba woo
seems
da woo ba.
yeah, so it seems like
ba.
so because of that history, it makes me feel like they're doing Animal Farm to promote like quote unquote conservative values or whatever.
Well, it's about damn time. Okay, this country's gone to hell under Biden. We need a hero, a true Christian.
We need a true Christian.
Yeah, anyways, the streamer awards. Honestly, I almost don't even want to talk about it for a couple reasons. The main one of which is I know you really just don't give a shit.
What about the Game Awards?
No, see that's the that's the thing is I'm not even talking about the Game Awards. I'm talking about another award show called the Streamer Awards.
Yeah.
And my main takeaway
That was gonna be a
is
hard one to participate in.
that's what I'm saying. I was like, I just know you can't possibly give a shit. But to me, so I don't want to watch it because I don't want to give it any kind
Pokimane
of
just got her 5th award. And it just
exactly.
makes me wonder, should
No,
she have
exactly.
gotten
Because it was such a big joke. I did watch a video like making
It's
fun of it, which I like.
yeah. Yeah.
Besides, excuse me, besides it obviously being very cringeworthy, like the hosts, because it's like, because
Well,
you
you
look at
know,
like the Oscars or something, right? So it's all just a big circle jerk. Like, look what we did, guys.
that's the
We
thing.
all
That's the thing. Don't get it twisted of like what the intention of it is. It's
no,
not
it's
just a
just
circle jerk. It's to promote something. It's to get
yeah,
people.
no, yeah, no,
Yeah.
exactly. It's just an advertisement for themselves by themselves. Like I'm
Yes.
aware of that, and that's why I
Okay.
think it's funny because like when you look at the Oscars, right? Like I consider those kind of award shows a big fucking joke of and in themselves because, like I said, it's like an ad for them by them, right? Like, oh, look how
Yeah.
awesome we are or whatever. We're in the club. You guys
Yeah.
get to watch us. But what's funny is there's still like a level of like kind of the production value and like the presentation that's there where it's they kind of make you believe like, hey, no, this is a big fucking deal, right? At the Oscars, like, oh no, yeah, this is a big deal. But the streamer awards, they don't have quite the same grace because at their core, a lot of them are just very antisocial to begin with. I mean, you talk to, you know, text to your chatters. That's like your job is you play video
Shatters.
games in your bedroom or office or whatever, and you don't really talk to anybody. They do collabs. I hate that they call it that. I'm doing a collab with Joe Blow. Anyways, but you just see them presenting and they're trying to land jokes and some other stuff, and it's just all very awkward and very cringe. And it just falls flat, and it really like put me in perspective about how much of a joke it is because these are all millionaires, like literally they're millionaires.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if anybody watches it.
No, they do. They
uh,
do.
I don't know what the purpose is. I feel like it's even more insidious than just advertisement. Um, that's my whole
Baru,
thing. Is just
baru.
like I feel like there's like an additional agenda behind it. Um, and that's the part that just like kind of like I don't know.
Rabu dabu. Do you know what that song is from the Grinch?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know it any more than what you're singing, but I know it's from the Grinch.
Ba-do-da.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I
It's
don't know
awesome.
who it was. Who all was on there? Who's still relevant?
Does it matter? Does it even fucking matter? You're not gonna know who
No.
they are because I barely
Oh,
know.
oh, so
I
it'd be
mean,
people I don't know.
do you know who Kai Cenat is?
No.
Yeah, I could go on. That's one name. I could tell
So
you two or three.
Pokemon wasn't in there.
I'm sure she
Pokemon.
was in there somewhere. I didn't watch it for a lot of reasons. The main one being is I don't want to give it any kind of attention or like
Or
view
legitimization.
or legitimacy.
Yeah.
But I mean, for perspective, and maybe it's their different numbers, but I have to imagine because the gay awards, they hit like just from when I was watching like 1 million views because they do like what's called a multicast or whatever. So
Yeah.
if you're a streamer, you can put your channel saying, "Oh, I'm multicasting with the Game Awards." So all the viewers that are on your channel get put over to the Game Awards. For perspective, I think the Game Awards just by themselves had like 200,000, and then the other 800,000 was from the people like the big Twitch streamers, like because there were some that had like 100,000 watching them, and then like a bunch of like 80, 70, 60,000 people watching.
One of them's apparently a police officer.
What?
Officer
Wait,
Messer, and he's in like a police uniform outfit. Does he just like
let me
stream
see
him like
this.
murdering people?
Officer Messer? Hold on. I don't know who that is. I've never seen him.
I don't recognize any of these people. I'm happy. Oh, Ninja was in there. Ninja
I'm
was
sure.
an option for best battle royale streamer. Yeah, I don't recognize like any of these people. I was looking at it though, like
He's
one
got
of them.
two. I could have done this. What the fuck? This guy has like 200,000 followers.
What's he
That's
do?
fucking
He just
wild. He just
streams like
he
murder.
plays like he plays like Grand Theft Auto multiplayer and like fucking role plays as a cop. Which to me,
Oh,
like that sounds like fucking. I don't know. When I was a cop, uh, that just sounds like torture. Because I wouldn't want to like play any cop
yeah.
games or watch cop. It's like, dude, you do that
Is he an
for.
actual cop though?
Yeah, well, that's what's crazy to me is that yes, it says he's still a cop, like actively a cop. And for my department, if they found that out that you were advertised, oh, you'd be fucking done. You'd be talking to the chief of police and say, "What the fuck are we doing here? Like, what the fuck?" And then because my coworker, he had like a little TikTok that had a bunch of followers, like I think he had like something crazy, like 200,000 followers himself, something like that. Maybe it was like 80,000, but that's still a fuck ton on TikTok. And he would wear his uniform, right? And this is what this guy does, Officer, what is it, Messer. And no, legit, he got called. They had to like fight for his job. He got like the highest discipline ever, or like that they give you, which was called a class 3. Uh, and he had to talk. He had to talk to the chief, and I remember he would tell me the first thing the chief says. He's like, "I just want to know why." Like, he's like, he's like, "I'm trying to bridge the gap." And he had shown me the videos, and I didn't really like him because it was like TikTok humor and TikTok,
Ugh,
kind of
yeah.
format. So I'd be a little
Kit
cringe,
Kat,
but I'd be
Kit
like,
Kat.
"Take that, take that." But I was like, I could see why people like it, whatever. But anyways, no, like they had him by the balls, being like, "No, you don't fucking post in uniform." Like even if you post on
Yeah.
Facebook and just say, "I love my job," or like
Yeah,
"having a
because
great day,"
this is like it seems like
it seems like you're advertising for the
yeah, or
department.
you were approved by like
Yeah,
the
they're
police department.
exactly because there is like a social media manager, and he can post, but like it's very fucking curated. There's
Yeah, and
nothing
regulated and
controversial.
yeah.
Yeah, very regulated, very very kosher, whatever. Um, and he's like the only one that can do that. The rest is if like other people posting it, like a citizen's like, "Oh, I took a picture with this officer," and that's another thing was it would fuck you because the uniform policy was just so. I'll just say it was stupid, but it was also like very poorly worded in a lot of ways. So people would be doing like this or that or whatever, like have what was technically speaking the right pants, but the administration, the fucking 300-pound, uh, administrator, she'd throw a fucking fit. Why the fuck are you wearing these? Why are you wearing these pants? I want you in my office now. Meanwhile, yeah. Anyways,
Anyways,
I'm not gonna get too more into that. I've never heard of this guy. That's good for him though. He's
I saw
probably
one
he
of
could
them in
probably.
2022 or something was Asmongold.
I don't
I
even
thought,
want to talk about that guy. He's
yeah,
a
I thought that was
clown.
funny.
He's really. I will say, because the thing is, when you talk about like someone like that, is you can't really mention him without getting political because that's
Yeah.
his whole fucking personality right
I
now.
play video games, so I have an opinion on economics.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God! But the main thing is he's really gross. Like, have you seen
Yeah, I know. You
the
don't have to go into it. I
roaches?
already know
Yeah.
all of the fucking yes. I already yeah.
Yeah, I'm a gamer. I'm I'm qualified to give my opinion on politics.
Yeah.
Well, Brooker, you don't really need a degree or a
I don't know if
certification to talk
well
about
that's the other
politics.
thing is like I mean there's I don't think YouTube is the place to go because it's just like it's all like
He's a Twitch streamer.
artificial conversations like I
You
don't
know what? I
like
want
none
to
of them
make.
are authentic. It's all like they're getting like money to like support a certain viewpoint and they're like fucking what would you call it? They're like almost mercenaries where like their loyalty lies to the biggest fucking
Mercenaries. Yeah.
it's just like
They are soldiers of
whoever has the
fortune.
highest dollar like then I'll
Yeah.
try and propagate for
They are
and it's just
streamers
like
of fortune. Now
yeah
that kind of makes me
yes
want to write
yeah
something. Can I steal that idea? The Twitch mercenary.
yeah they're I mean yeah they are propagandists for hire for fortune.
Hold on. What is it? What is the A team? The A
I don't
team intro.
what was the last thing you wanted to talk to? Because it looks like we're getting low on time.
No, that was it. That was actually everything I wanted to talk about. I mentioned it.
Yeah,
The last
okay.
thing was the streamer awards, and we riffed on
I
that.
was surprised I didn't see any fucking obnoxious ones, but maybe it's. I mean, that could be really what the award ceremony is for, is to like make people feel like, hey, you can be recognized. You don't have to be like the most popular guy. Like, yeah, we'll recognize them too, but you could be up in the ranks. Like, like create like an environment where the people joining Twitch feel like they can actually become something or be successful or something. It could be for that. I don't fucking know.
All right, hold on. Let me try this. This is just the very rough draft. Just came up with this shit off the top of my mind.
Okay.
In 2025, a crack streaming unit was canceled by their viewers for crimes they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from Twitch to YouTube. What is it? To the Los Angeles Underground. Today, still wanted by the viewers, they survive as mercenaries, or what is it? Streamers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else cares, and if you can view them, maybe you can hire what is it? The Twitch streamers.
Yeah, okay. I think you can workshop some stuff, make it more
Now, I mean, that
pointed.
was
Yeah.
literally like just came up with that.
I know. That's what I'm
Reading.
saying. I was like, yeah, I think that could be pretty funny. No, I mean, yeah, but I do think like majority of fucking debate, quote unquote.
Don't even. Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
like it's all fake. It's all just like propaganda.
It doesn't even matter if it's fake. It's
Yeah, I mean, it's just like
it's just such a fucking joke. Are you talking about like these
I'm
where it's
talking
like
about
one
anybody who
person
claims to
versus
debate. Like
debating? Yeah, it's not a debate because
debating
to
on
me,
the fucking internet is like just like that's what I'm talking about. Like it's just like, oh, we're helping people get to their opinion. It's like the streamer
we
award.
just
Like
want to have a conversation.
the insidious reason is to like spread propaganda around a certain topic. And it's just like it's not to get like you to believe this or believe that. It's to give you
It really is just an ad if you think about it, huh?
yeah, it's an advertisement for your
Hold on,
beliefs
I want
and
to
to
write that
make
down
them
too.
better.
Can I
Yeah,
steal
write
that
it down.
idea too?
Yeah, you can steal what yeah.
Okay, hold on. A-team streamers. And then because that's so true because the whole point of debating, like at the ground level is to, or yeah, I'd say it is
It's
to
supposed to like quote like I think like
actually
the fucking
change minds and
fantasy version of
opinions.
it, yeah, is to change minds. It has
It's
never
to get
been that.
perspective, yeah.
Yeah, I think just about everybody almost knows that at this point. But it really is to like help provide fake scenarios and or like how would I describe it? Because a lot of them like they'll show I remember somebody showed me at work um somebody going to college campuses and they're like why are you being offended about this and like because this and this and this and it's like paint a worldview and completely like shut out the it's like to create an echo chamber but trick you into thinking that you or but give you a space where you don't think you actually are in an echo chamber. That's how I describe debate stuff.
I agree 100% because they're not
It's
going there like the whole Steven Crowder thing. It's like change my mind. It's like, dude, you are not going in there to
yeah,
get your mind
yeah,
changed. You're getting
yeah.
in
You're
there
not.
to
And what do you do when somebody provides like real evidence or actual talking points? It's just like why didn't you change your mind? Why didn't you change your mind? I don't get it. Like it's like there's no other reason other than there's a phrase for it. It's really hard to get a man to believe in something that'll take away his salary or something like that.
well, there's
But
also like you can't reason someone out of belief they emotioned themselves into or some shit.
I think for like Steven Crowder, it's just
Well, yeah,
like
yeah, he's not
like
gonna
he
take
gets.
away. I get what you're saying. He's not gonna. Oh, wait, maybe you're right. And then all the people that watch him are like,
Yeah, I
we
mean,
don't
like the
like you
only
anymore.
like that's the thing that I really wish like donations and shit like that were public. I think that's like insane that like because it's
Yeah,
just
he could be a
like
millionaire off that.
yeah, it's just like he's a millionaire and it's like well where's all the money coming from and it's just like oh we just don't know I guess it's from views and it's just like I don't think it is, you know, and it's just
Look
like
at
I
this.
think
Who are your
somebody's giving him
donors?
money because he
Well, you know, that's
he
what
provides a
Turning Point
service that
was.
certain people want.
I'm pretty sure Turning Point had, like, a bunch of fucking donors. There was, like,
Yeah,
some
they
guy that
did.
backed it,
Yeah, they did.
like some billionaire or something.
Yeah. 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 No, it was by a lot, but you know, it's one of those AstroTurf things where it's just like he just got out because I was like talking to somebody and it was just like, yeah, he just got out in the streets, started talking about his opinions, and you know, it just naturally became like profitable, and you know, he was really passionate about it, and that's why, and he's like a rags to riches story, and I was just like, no, I'm like, I'm afraid not.
The guy that, fucking founded Turning Point died of COVID in 2020.
That makes me actually kind of happy. You're not allowed to. You can't worship. You're not allowed to worship murder. I'm
Famous
just saying, I'm happy
YouTuber.
that bad people are dead. Just like I'm happy Stalin's dead. Just like shitty people I don't like being alive. All they're doing is like. I don't even know if
Holy
it's like I don't
fuck.
like them being alive. I
Listen
think
to
it's
this,
just
dude.
like I'm just happy when, or I'm not gonna be sad that somebody as bad is gone. What?
Never mind. I'm just gonna message it to you.
Okay, yeah. We don't want to get like too into the weeds.
Yeah,
All right, let's
I
talk
don't wanna
about
get canceled.
Chainsaw Man.
Okay, I'll give you a little bit. We're not gonna push on it because I wanna finish the episode. We can keep talking about it off the air, but I don't know how interested people are going to be in that.
Well, I'm interested in it,
Well, I'll
and
tell you what, viewers, we're going to talk about it as long as we want, but that is the last thing we're going to be talking about. So if you have no interest in the anime or subsequent manga of Chainsaw Man, then go ahead and turn this off now. If you
all
want to
right,
just hear us talking, well, I'm just saying because we talk about a lot of stuff, and
no, that it's your topic. No, I'm just joking.
well,
That was
no,
a joke.
it's just because this
I
might
know.
go on for a while. Like I said, I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah. It
I'm
might
willing to
go
talk
on for a
about
while.
it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
Yeah, yeah.
willing to talk about it like as a as a thing, but this could go on for a while. So I'm just telling
Yeah,
people,
yeah, 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 yeah. No, you're good.
yeah,
All right,
if
all
you,
right. Let's get into. So, you finished the thing?
I finished season 1, and you're gonna hate me, and you're gonna hate me.
I might need to get a drink for this. Can I go get a sip of a drink real quick?
Should we just turn it off? If I mean, how long
No,
are you gonna be
I want
gone?
this recorded. Give me a second.
He wants it recorded. I guess I'll have to entertain the viewers that just need something on because I can't go radio silent. That's just against my nature for too long. Right now, I'm basically just yapping.
Alright, I'm
Let me
back. I'm
see.
wondering if I should even go
Oh, that
back
was
to
fast.
sleep. I don't think I will.
Well,
I work in like 3 hours.
4
So,
hours.
yeah. 4
I
hours,
don't
but I
know.
gotta get ready in 3.
Yeah,
O
I take a
okay.
little nap sometimes. I'd like sleep for 4 hours and then play games and then go to sleep for another 3 or 4 and then I mean, it's up to you, whatever. It just depends on how long you're out.
I just have, like, a bad history of, like, waking up from nap
And then, yeah, and
constantly.
then you're, like, super groggy, yeah,
Yeah, and then
that
you wake
that
up late for work. Let me pop this open real quick. Hang on.
what are we
It needs a
drinking?
can opener.
What are you s
I was
what are
gonna
you
have a hard cider because it was like green apple flavor and tastes pretty good, but I think I'm gonna have like Coca-Cola instead. Give me one
wait,
sec.
isn't hard cider that's alcoholic, right? No answer.
You red bastard. I'll get you for this.
Alright, I'll do voices, let me do that. If you've seen my previous video, I can kinda do a little Patrick Warburton, you know? "Hey, Carter, is that, hard cider? Is that, alcoholic? 'Cause, if you gotta work in a few hours, it's probably not a good idea. Hey, Peter, me and Bonnie are, having another baby." I can't do Peter, I'd do Peter, and he'd say, like,
Coming.
"Wow, Joe,
Alright,
I
I'm back.
can't believe"
I
alright,
would
I'm back.
yeah, see if you can cut out the dead air if you weren't talking.
I was yapping, I was doing impressions,
Okay, okay.
and I told the
Alright.
audience
Alright.
that
So tell me
okay,
as you were watching each episode, like what was going on.
okay, let me I don't remember the first I remember the first 2 or 3 because I watched 1 and 2 together, and then I watched 3, and then I took, like, a week off,
Yeah.
and I came back, and he had just killed the Bat Dude, right? That was the last thing that
Yeah,
happened, and
yeah,
then I
yeah.
watched episodes 4 through 12 in sequential order, or that did the same day, rather, and it was like he kills the Bat Dude, and then the leech partner or whatever comes up and, "Oh, you killed
Yeah.
Bat Dude. We were gonna eat all the humans together. That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
our"
yeah, yeah.
which I remember thinking at the time, I'm like, "How fucking dumb is that?" Like,
What?
the leech even says, like, "Yeah, it's a pretty lofty dream, but, we were gonna do it." It's like, why would you want to do that? Because they need blood. They need blood to live, and they only like human blood, so it seems kinda stupid to want to kill all the humans.
Yeah, demons can be pretty stupid. There's
Uh,
like a I'll let you keep going.
the AIDS demon,
Was there an AIDS demon? I'm trying to remember.
so they mention it in the manga,
Then how do you
because,
know about
they're
it?
well, that's why I say you're gonna be mad is I know a fuck ton of spoilers because it's just what I do.
What
Because
the fuck, Brooker? Did you
like, I
look it
know
up
about
before or after you ended up?
after I finished season 1, I was just like, "Alright, I need to know more because I wanna know."
You were like interested in it, but you didn't even read it. You just looked up spoilers.
Yeah, basically, because I was
Oh
curious.
my
Well,
fuck.
that's why I said
That's
you're gonna be
so
mad at me, dude.
fucked. That's so fucked.
That's why I
So,
said you're gonna be mad. So,
yeah.
well, okay, again, seriously, even if you've seen the anime, there are big spoilers coming up that I'm about to mention
Yeah,
for
major
the
spoilers
manga.
'cause I already know.
Major
Yeah.
s So, if you're somehow still listening and you've watched
Alright,
the
well,
anime.
let's real quick, let's continue with, like, the anime. So you're watching
Oh,
the
okay,
anime.
alright,
I
so I'm
want your
watching the
thoughts.
anime. That was my thought was, why would you wanna kill all humans? Anyways, I was getting interested in I'm like, man, because a lot of animes, the main character, their goals are, "Oh, I'm just in this circumstance and, I'm just gonna kinda run with it." Or, like, their goal is set out from the get-go, and it's some, like, "Oh, I'm the chosen one, and I have to fulfill
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
destiny." Or, I mean, it's usually one of those 2, right? And so it is, for me, really refreshing that his main motivation, at least right now, is basically to pull some ass,
Yeah.
alright? And I'm like, that's it's not the craziest motivation, and again, it's something new, and that's what I like about finding new animes is when they're doing something interesting. And I'll tell you this, I was bullshitting watching the show for a very long time because you were like, "Oh, watch it, watch it, watch it." And I was like, "I'll get to it, whatever." But what made me want to watch it was I was on Reddit and there was a
Yeah.
Reddit thread under the subreddit, I think it was called TV character tropes, and the thread said uh, a trope about a character who's immortal and uses that as a tactical advantage. And the top, I think it was like the third, whatever, a comment was talking about Dingy, and they said, well, it's basically like that, where if he's fighting like a mental demon, like someone like or a devil that uses mind tricks or whatever, he'll just destroy his brain so that they can't manipulate him.
Yeah.
And I read that and I was like, okay, that's the kind of shit I'm really interested in. Like, that's the kind of stuff I love. Like, it's part of that battle shonen. Like, no, I'm going to outsmart you, and ironically, I'm going to outsmart you by being a fucking idiot and destroying my brain. And so I
Yes,
was like,
yes.
okay, if there's stuff like that gets me really excited to want to watch it. Of course, I find out that that's a manga thing, not an anime, and so I was a little disappointed. But
Really? Oh, like
yes,
it hasn't happened in the anime
it
yet?
hasn't happened in the anime yet.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And then there's some other stuff like the idea of the gun devil is just it's so
right,
funny and
okay,
ridiculous
so
to
so
me.
so yeah, episode 5, so then
Yeah, she
he
mentions
fondles Power's breasts, and then,
yes, the 3 times and then he's like, "That's it? Like I don't give a shit about life anymore." And then
yeah,
Makima's like, well, actually if it's with someone you love or that you're intimate with, then it's way more powerful." And he's like, "Oh, dude, I wanna see your titties. I have to."
yeah,
And she's like, "Well,
Makima,
yeah."
yeah.
Yeah, she's like,
So she
"So."
tells him about the gun devil, and then
Yes.
immediately, what were your thoughts? You're like, "Gun devil? What?"
Well, so I
Like,
remember. Well,
because
like, it is part of the because they had explained it earlier about the idea of, like,
the
what makes a devil
scarier it is.
strong. Yeah,
Yeah,
like, about how coffee devil would probably be, weak, but a car devil is like, "Oh, people die from cars, they're
yeah.
fast and scary," or whatever. And so I'm like, "Okay, the idea of a gun devil does sound pretty interesting to me." Also, just because of how silly it sounds, like, a gun devil, like, just saying that name is just kinda silly. Um but
Gun
then,
devil.
like, yeah, I hear about, like, there's, the fucking AIDS devil or whatever, and there's World War II devil,
Yeah,
which
the
is
Nazi devil. Yeah.
Nazi devils, whatever, but just the idea of because there's a war devil, but then there's also specifically World War II devil, which is just stupid to me. Uh,
Well, it's
and
because
yeah,
of,
just
like,
the
yeah,
AIDS devil
specific
is funny.
uh-huh.
Nuclear weapon devil, which I'm like, it makes sense in the context of the show, but you can't
Yes,
you
any
can't tell me
concept.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
any
no, there's
concept
a mouth devil. Yeah.
yeah, because yeah, there could be like a computer devil. It's like, it's probably not that scary, but
Yeah,
it could
yeah,
exist.
any concept that exists can become
Um,
a devil, which I
okay,
I do
so
think is good.
anyways, going back to the show, just doing like a quick synopsis and what I'm
So
thinking, how I'm going through
yeah,
it.
so they do the thing, and then they get, um, assigned to, like,
The
this,
hotel.
the
Yeah, the
hotel.
hotel, and that was really that was the part where, like, because again, this is before I know, like, a lot of the other shit, but I'm still kinda interested, where I'm like, "Okay, this is the battle shonen that I've come here for, that I'm interested in," where it's like, "Okay, there's some power that's going on, and they have to use their minds or some kind of fuckery with abilities to get themselves out." And I really liked how Denji handled it, is that he's just like, "Alright, I'm just gonna go beat the fuck out of him until he's tired." Uh,
Just because he's immortal, but he still feels pain.
yeah, so he's like, "Please just kill me, just let it in." He's like, "Oh, okay," and then that's how they get out. I'm like, "That's pretty awesome. I like that." Uh, and then I think after that, they are just chilling, they get drunk and stuff, and then, that's when they all again, major spoilers for Chainsaw Man because this is, like, the big deal, but everyone gets assassinated.
Whoa,
Um
whoa, you skipped the whole part where he gets his first kiss.
Oh, I forgot about that because it was just so disgusting. It totally slipped my mind. I do appreciate they blurred it out. Like even the little rats, that where he's like he finds Pachita. It's like a flashback, and the rats are like eating the vomit. They blurred that out too. 'Cause I'm like, I don't want to see that, dude. Like even thinking
Yeah,
about it.
yeah,
But I thought for sure he was gonna pound whatever her name is,
Himino.
Himino. That was it.
Yeah,
But and then I'm like, oh, okay, and then I think they did a good job of the subversion where it's like she's like, oh, I want to get with Aki, and I'll help you get with what is it,
Makima.
Makata, Makima.
Makima.
Uh, and so you're kind of setting up, going like, okay, this is like a little like a side arc or whatever. This is something that's gonna be going on, and then next episode, boom, she's fucking dead.
Yeah. How did that?
Well, I
What
was
were your
like,
thoughts on that?
okay, so I was like, are they really doing this? They're just gonna kill like the main cast, and I was like, well, they're probably not gonna kill Mikima or whatever her name is,
Makima.
Makima. They're probably not gonna kill her. I know they're showing that she's dead, but I'm like, I don't buy it. Uh, but then they started showing the corpses, and even when they showed hers, I was still like, nah, she's not fucking dead. I don't buy that. I did buy that everybody else was dead. And I was still just like, wow, that's really bold that they're doing that.
Yeah,
Because
you get
I thought they
introduced
were
to this
main
whole
characters.
cast.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they just wipe them out. So I'm like, this show's doing a lot of things to subvert expectations, and it doesn't feel like oh, ooh, we got you, oh, you didn't
yeah, yeah,
expect it because
yeah.
it's like
It's
no,
just
this
like
feels
something
like
else is going on.
yeah, it
Kind of.
feels like a natural consequence of of what's happening. The only hiccup that I have is again, this is gonna be we're going into manga spoilers about the impact of Pachita and like because I know what he is and he was the reason why I was just so curious and looked bullshit up because I'm thinking why is he because I know he's some kind of unique special thing. He's not just like, oh, it's Chainsaw Devil and like that's powerful. Because a gun elicits a more fearful reaction than a chainsaw, in my opinion.
Yeah, yes.
Uh, so I'm like, so there's got to be something else at play here that the Chainsaw Heart Devil or whatever is such a big fucking deal. And so I looked up Pachita on the wiki and I was like, okay, yeah, like there is a bunch of fuckery going on that they haven't shown us yet. Um, but it makes me wonder, and maybe they do explain it. It's like why it's like none of this shit matters until they fuse at the beginning of the show, and then now everything's like, oh, okay, no, we need to deal with Chainsaw Devil.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like it got on the radar of because of the fusion, but it's like he was killing people with the Chainsaw Devil for a while, for basically like a decade, from a kid until he was a teenager for the Yakuza. So I find it hard to believe that like no information spread unless it was because of the fusion. That part I don't know.
Well, he
Hopefully they
was a
explain it.
nobody while he was doing it.
Well, I feel
'Cause,
like he was the only reason he
like, a
became
lot
a
of people
somebody.
like, it wasn't just him, there was, like, other people who would just kill devils, and he was only good at, like, killing, like, low-level devils. Like, I'm trying to remember which ones, but, like, the tomato one or whatever.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't yeah.
but
Um,
and again, I don't know. Maybe they explain it, maybe they don't. But it seems like the major catalyst. Well, no. See, I
there's
don't
a
know. 'Cause
lot, a big aspect is the Chainsaw Man is maybe some well, I don't wanna let's finish this real quick. So then they consolidate the team and they're like, "Alright, since the, the special divisions, um, are pretty much all dead now, we're just going to make, like, one big one because there's not enough people for smaller divisions now."
yeah.
So
Uh,
they
so they do that, and then yada yada. They pull the. They do the training, like the little bit of training, Power and Dingy, which I liked. That was
yeah.
interesting. Um,
You like
I
the
liked Power's
guy?
design with her hair up. I think that it looks neat.
Did you like, that guy? I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember
he
what
was a total badass. He's like the ultimate devil hunter, the dude.
yeah.
Yeah, he was really cool. I thought he was funny. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention Julie she actually started getting into it too. She's like, "This show's stupid." She's like, "But I'm curious now because I'm so invested in the story." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
yeah, all
it's
right."
good, dude. You're like, yeah.
So
So
anyhow, they train and then they all storm the building, and Aki makes the deal with the future devil, and then they kill the snake girl gets suicided or whatever, and then they kill all the zombies, and then I thought that one was really cool. The Samurai Man versus Chainsaw Man.
yeah, did you like how
Like
that fight ended?
yeah, how
Kind
it
of
ended
because
was pretty cool. Him slicing him through the middle of his body
yeah,
was
it
pretty
just
cool.
sucks that you spoiled yourself because like there's a movie out now of like the next part.
Well, I don't know anything really about that. I know that the chick that was at the end of the anime is Riza.
Yeah,
And I still want to watch it. And that's the thing is, I wish I knew that there was only one season because I've been getting so sick of getting invested in animes that I'm like, well, not because in my opinion, and you might disagree, but I'd say 95% of the time, reading the or watching the anime is a better experience than reading the manga. Um, I
sometimes, yeah,
I would say 95% of the time. There are some where the animation is so dog shit that it takes you out of it, and then you'd prefer to just read it like the manga where the art's really good. But I think, barring some of the 3D aspects that they use, I don't
yeah,
think I'd get the same experience, without the voice acting, without the music, the
yeah,
expression, the actual animation. Because sometimes the animation's so slick, like
yeah,
where they were in the hotel, and he jumps in and all the mouths start closing and then he just fucking and then
yeah.
just starts and then it's doing like death metal or whatever. Um,
So, what parts did you fuck yourself over and
so I
spoil?
know I know what Makima is. I know who and what she is and what she
You
becomes.
fucking idiot, dude. I just
uh,
yeah. I read
I
the manga, at least, like, get
I'm gonna
spoiled
read the manga
properly.
because no, well, the thing
Yeah,
is
but,
because
like
there's
like, I mean, why just look up the spoilers? Why not just read the fucking thing and have it explained to you, you know?
because this shouldn't come as a surprise to you, and if it does, it's fine. But I'm a very impatient person, and again, this all started me wanting to know about. I just wanted to know about Pachita, and I was like, they're probably gonna get spoiled to some extent, but I need to know what the hell he is and why the fuck people care about him so much when he was like this tiny little dog dumbass, and now he's probably like the most important character in the fucking show of how because they don't even care about Denji. They just want the chainsaw devil, basically.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, so what makes him so special? Because, like I said, a gun devil is far more intimidating to me than a chainsaw devil. So then I find out that he has like a unique power that no other devil has about fear is only something that you know about. You can't really fear what you don't know. You can fear what you don't understand, but if you don't know it, it's kind of hard to fear it. Anyways, so that he can erase people like the stream of consciousness is about a concept. Um, and I was like, wow, that's actually kind of interesting. And then in the synopsis where it's talking about that, it mentions about how he consumes Makima or whatever, and that she gets reincarnated. I'm like, I was like, well, I didn't really want to know that, but now I do.
I mean, you coulda
Um,
just asked me about it.
I guess I could have, but again, I just came off the anime and I was like, I need to know more. I'm like, when's season 2 happening? And I'm like, what? Oh, I was like, oh, there's a movie. And then I'm like, what is Pachita? And then again, that's just in the article for Pachita. And that's not
Yeah.
what I signed up for. But I mean, and that's the thing about me is I don't really care about spoilers because to me, like, even when I know something's going to happen, a lot of times it gives me, comfort. Like if I know a character dies, right? Like I keep thinking, "Oh, when is this gonna? Oh, is this gonna be what happens?" And then I feel like I end up getting surprised. Maybe not more so, just because there is still that knowledge. Like, oh, when is it gonna happen? But sometimes the fake outs become fake outs again, or I'm also anticipating like, okay, I know this is the end point, but how do we get there? And like, does it make
Yeah.
sense? And
So have
because
you been
sometimes,
spoiled on other stuff? Did you just like, well, fuck it, and then you just
no, I
started
mean,
looking
well, there was some other stuff.
like what?
Uh, I'm trying to think like, because I don't know. I know like this is basically the Gun Devil arc, and so I assume he dies at some point. I don't know how, but I
Who?
know the
Who
Gun Devil.
dies?
I'm sure the Gun Devil dies at some point. Um, but this is like the Gun Devil, or I think it's called the Public Safety arc. Um, and then I know about Power and Aki. I don't know when or how. I just seen that it happens.
What
Um,
happens?
that they die.
What was your thoughts when you saw that? Like the two main
I was kind
characters.
of bummed out. I was like, well, I mean, Aki, that shouldn't. It's not really a surprise. Like he, not only should he just have been dead at this point, but we already know that he has a time lapse or a time
A
limit or whatever.
timeline, yeah.
Yeah, with the 2 years, and it's just only going to get worse because he uses the sword to fight now. That's like his main way to fight. So it's only going to
Yeah, which
lower his.
cuts off more afterwards.
So I'm like that. It's just kind of a matter of when, because I have to imagine that they do it. Because if he's willing to kill off the main, like what they present as like the main cast, like they're in the intro, they're established as characters or whatever. I'm like, there's no reason for me to believe that they wouldn't kill Aki at some point. Power, when I read that, I was a little disappointed because I was like, she's fun. She's kind of like the comic relief, or like this buddy to Dingy's dumbassery. Uh, and again, I don't know when that happens. I don't know how it happens, and I don't know if she gets resurrected or whatever. I know whatever her name is, Makima gets resurrected. Um, and
Sort
then I
of
know,
resurrected.
yeah, or like reincarnated, not resurrected,
Reincarnated,
reincarnated.
yeah.
And I don't know if she's still evil or if that Dingy. I don't know if Dingy knows that she's reincarnated or whatever. I don't really want to know.
Yeah, that's probably good.
But part of that, like to me, and this is why I don't mind spoilers. With pretty much anything, is because I don't like replaying or rewatching a lot of stuff. And again, that doesn't mean I'm like I just want to just know everything about something before I go in, because it is fun to be surprised and to learn about a story and how it develops and how they frame it. But with certain stuff like that, where when it happens, it happens. To me, it's more interesting knowing like that Makima, whatever, what she is, and like thinking about that, like, okay, how are the actions being presented on the screen right now versus what I know what her intentions are in the future, right? What's not being presented to the viewer. And it, to me, it gives me like a greater appreciation about when these twists are happening and how they're setting it up, because like, again, spoilers for Zootopia 2, because that's just the most recent movie that I've seen. I'm like, I don't really remember if or how they set up him being a twist villain, And I don't care to rewatch the movie to see what they did, if anything. But there is some value in rewatching something, with a twist like that, knowing, the context with it, right? To me, it makes me appreciate it more because it's kind of like a second viewing on the first viewing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, And that's just my reasoning. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, spoilers are actually a good thing. But I don't mind them, and they don't freak me out or anything, and I don't get mad if people accidentally or even purposefully spoil stuff for me. Um, just because it's, I don't know. I like being in the know. I'm a nosy person, so. But yeah, I am excited. I'm excited that it seems like anime's doing that now, where they do a season or two or whatever just to gauge interest, and then they're just gonna make it movies from now on. Like, because
Like Demon Slayer.
yeah, Demon Slayer, like the movie made like $1 billion or
Uh,
like 500
yeah, I mean it was
500
really good. I
million.
mean yeah, I think
It
if
was really
you
good, but
well,
I don't
I don't
know.
think they only do movies. I think they take an arc, and then if it makes more sense to make it like a movie, then they'll go about doing that. And honestly, you know, I don't really have like a preference one way or another because I think they both work really well in different ways. So, because I know the whatever thing is um
What the what
uh
thing? Chainsaw
uh
Man movie?
the one Demon Slayer movie is like a 3-parter movie, and I really like that because it's just like you still get a bunch of stuff happens, so I get satisfied, and then um, but there's still something to look forward to, for like the next part. So I really liked how the Demon Slayer movie did it,
I mean, I like the
and
Demon
I'm
Slayer
looking forward
movie.
to the next two.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the problem with that, at least in my
I don't want
opinion,
to hear any spoilers.
it's not spoiler. I'm just talking
Okay,
about the
okay.
concept, not about the narrative. I'm just saying, eh, to me, and like I said, I'm impatient. I'd rather wait like 3 or 4 years or whatever and get it all, like, basically at once. The way they do TV shows or anime, it's always they release it like, "Oh, this week and then next week and then next week," whatever, a week at a time, I suppose. But this, I mean, we're gonna be waiting close to, like, 7 years at this point, to get all 3 movies. Because I mean, if you look at the
Yes, to get all
timeline,
3, but again, 7 years and 3 movies is not that bad. That's like a movie
that's
every
fucking wild, though, but,
year,
like, that
every
that could
2
be
years.
turnaround for
It would be about the same.
the entire fucking series.
No. No, you're thinking of, like I don't even really
Because
know
it's
what
it's because the narrative is done and it's not that long. Like,
Yeah, I was surprised that, like I'm like, "So why are they doing a movie right now?" And it's just like, this feels like it's almost at the conclusion of, like, what things are leading up to. And from
I
my
mean, it
understanding, like,
is.
yeah, and I was just like, I haven't looked up anything. I'm just like, it's gotta be because it's just like this is the finality of it is just so direct, and I was just like, wow, like that's crazy. They're like,
I
talk
mean,
about
if
bold
we
in a year of in an age of One Piece
one
and all
yeah.
that shit, like like it is just crazy to have like a finite. This is my story. No fluff and filler. This is it. It's just crazy. What did you think of Kobini, by the way, or Kobini, or whatever?
Is that that chick, the
Y-
crying chick?
Yeah, the crying chick.
Um, I don't really care about her. Like, I don't mind her or whatever, and I think it's interesting that she survived, but I don't think we ever figure out what her uh contract is, and that's not very interesting to me. That it never gets revealed because she just runs around with a knife, and and it works. And I just find that annoying that we don't get any.
Do you,
Did does did I
did you like?
misread? Does it?
No, 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 no. And I was just wanting to know what you thought. I'm just like the fact that she was just gonna kill the main character.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I'm like, it to me, I mean, it makes sense. Like, I'm thinking, I know we're not going to kill the main character because, he's the main character. But to me, that makes the most logical sense if you're in that situation where it's like, there's this guy, we know he's a devil or a fiend or whatever. I don't really know who he is, and you're facing starvation, which is one of the scariest ways to die because of how slow it is and what being hungry can do to you. So I'm like, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. So yeah, I mean, I thought it was funny,
I remember
but
talking to a Darsh and um I don't know. It is so funny, like when it's just like you hear like what a Darsh likes in shows and everything. And I'm just like, you should check out Chainsaw Man." It's like the antithesis of everything a Darsh would hate. But apparently one of his friends told him he should watch it. And me and Savon were just like, yeah, let us know what you think.
I don't get it. What do you?
Well, I mean, he hates. He's like, I mean, when just everybody's lives are just like indispensable. That's fucking horse shit. And When
No,
like
that no, I disagree with that because it just makes it boring. Like what I was just saying, when I'm like, I know they're not going to kill Dingy, like
as
because
far
he's
as
the
we
main
know.
character. Well, I just meant in that angle. I'm like, we're 6 episodes in. Like, you really want me to believe that they're going to kill Dingy off without doing some kind of like he can get revived or he doesn't really die? Like, so
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying.
no,
Yeah.
I like that the idea of I don't like the idea of plot armor. It pisses me off because it's like you can't
Yeah, no,
really
I
pull any
agree with that. I'm
surprises.
just talking about like, I mean, like the entire team, like the whole people minus Himino, the one that a Darsh would probably fucking hate.
Yeah, no, that
All
is
fucking
funny that she's
died.
like the most annoying, like maybe not worthless, but like she's like, I don't even want to be a devil hunter, and everyone else is like, no, I'm going to do this for whatever reason. She's like, I didn't have a fucking choice, and she's the one that lives. It is ironic, but I think that's the point. And then yeah, she's like, why don't you quit? And she's like, there's bonuses around the corner. I'm like, that's so real, dude.
Isn't it great, dude?
Yeah, it's fun.
Um,
Again, I'm a little cheesed that you got me into it when there's only one season of the anime that came out
the manga I think
3
is really
years
great.
ago.
I
I'll
think the
read the
manga's
manga. I don't mind manga, but I do,
Yeah, I know it's
crucify
a
me.
lot
I think it's
harder. I think I do agree with you that I prefer anime. Like I was excited for part 6 anime adaptation of Stone Ocean, because there's like a lot of scenes where it's like just kind of hard to make out what, like when you're reading black and white text. Honestly, I just have a problem with this in manga in general. I have trouble a lot of times knowing what's happening in the panel,
yeah,
and I
because
don't have the patience
shading.
to cipher it.
Exactly, like, cause shading sometimes with, like, shading and how they do stuff where, like, everything's, like, blacked in or whatever, it's hard to make
Yeah.
out what's happening.
Sometimes it's, like, scratchy, and I'm not saying it shouldn't be like that, it's just, for me, in my brain, I can't really, like, make out what I'm looking at half the time.
Yeah. No, I just again, I think in
That being
general
said, I still think
anime.
Stone Ocean kinda messed up on a few things on that, but where the
Well,
manga's,
no,
like, a
and,
bit
like,
better.
yeah, because manga, there's usually no fluff unless that's the point of the, like, "Oh, this
Yeah, yeah,
chapter
yeah.
is filler," or whatever, but, like, anime, they have to add filler a lot of times because of the pacing where it's like, "Oh, we have to, cover 10 chapters, but we only have enough content for 8, within the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
20-minute
Like,
time blocks," or whatever.
I yeah. So,
But,
is there
uh
anything else you're s oh, sorry.
I mean, I know that, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like the Death Devil, which is pretty cool. Like the Death Devil is like secretly a student or something, and is like the main antagonist of the Academy arc or something.
The
But I don't
Academy
really,
arc so huh.
but I don't remember her name or like. I think she has purple hair, maybe, but
Are you talking about Asa?
I don't fucking know. I don't
Okay,
really
okay.
remember the name. I just know that there's like it's like 4 horsemen. Makimo is one of them, and now she's reincarnated. And then there's like the Famine Devil and the Death Devil, and then the Control Devil, and then there's one more I don't remember.
The war Dude, I don't remember. That's the most important one.
Oh yeah, the War
The
Devil. I remember
Yeah, the
reading
War
there's
Devil is, yeah, the one that's like, well, actually, I guess, yeah, yeah.
yeah the War Devil. I read something. It was some bullshit like they're trying to like work together to get the Chainsaw Devil to kill one of the devils because of the prophecy or something.
Oh my
I
god,
don't
you
know.
you read, like, late game spoilers. You
um,
fucking
but again, I don't remember a whole lot of it, like and how it like pieces together, just like tidbits
I
here and there.
really like the Academy arc. It's
I
honestly, like,
read,
I'm liking it a lot more than the original, even though I really love the original. Um, the, th what's the thing? Like, it's honestly like Dingy becomes like a secondary character
yeah,
in
I was
the
reading that.
Academy arc.
Yeah,
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 it
like he,
becomes like the main character becomes this one girl who gets possessed by the War Devil, and she has like a fucking Jekyll and Hyde kind of, which is like my kryptonite of like my favorite
Yeah,
type
that
of
does sound
like
interesting. I didn't know
storytelling and
that.
characteristics. Yeah,
But
that's
I
like
did
what it's mostly about. It's about a girl who's like possessed by a devil who's like trying to take over her body. Yeah.
Yeah, I read like Pachita becomes, or like the Chainsaw Devil specifically becomes more significant, like
Yeah, they go into more
versus Denji.
details. I really
Um,
like there's a line that basically says like whatever chainsaws were originally used for has been like forgotten to time kind of thing. Which like
which
goes
is
into which
which is
goes in what?
which is funny. Do you know what chainsaws were originally used for?
No, what?
Uh, let me look
Cutting
this up,
wood?
but I'm pretty sure they were created. It was created for basically severing the umbilical cord.
That sounds right.
And then it
Sounds actually pretty
got, turned into,
like chopping down trees.
yeah.
Yeah. And then a murder weapon. It is funny that it is more known as a murder weapon than it is like
Oh yeah.
a tree cutting device, which does also just kind of go into the whole like I mean it adds like the real life lore goes into like the like its origins have like changed over time, or it's like meanings to people have changed over time in real life. Because it's just like now we cut down trees like completely differently. It's just like it's like an axe. It's like when you think of like how we cut down trees nowadays, you don't think of like an axe. So like you think of axes mostly as like just weapons now because it's just like or like a fire axe or something. But yeah, I like that line. I like there's like a lot that I
Uh,
really like about Chainsaw Man.
okay, so it was for, I don't see anything that says like umbilical cords, but it was for like surgery and like basically tearing off bones. It was created to fucking shred through bones, basically.
That's so cool. Wow.
But I also think it's silly in a way, like
Yeah, I
that.
mean it's
That's what that, because because you have to imagine. Maybe I'm wrong, but I doubt it. That he didn't intend. He just like, I'm gonna make some badass looking character with chainsaws out of his fucking arms. And then he has to go back around and be like, oh, wait, no, actually, the Chainsaw Devil is the most powerful devil and that has this unique power to erase concepts. And we don't really know what the original use was, but, now
Well,
it's
I
for
think I
doing
think
this.
the original use is irrelevant. It's just like this has an ability.
Well, no,
If you're
exactly.
wondering why, it's like it doesn't really matter.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, there's other things you could have used that would make more sense about why it has this power versus a fucking chainsaw, beyond the fact that
I don't
it's
I
probably
don't know
just
if you
because.
can.
Well, I mean, like you could pick. I mean, now I'm on the spot, but I have to imagine there would be something more like meaningful about the destruction of a concept in the stream of consciousness and the entire population versus a chainsaw.
I don't know like what would be something that can erase concepts. Like I don't know if
A fucking eraser or like
no, because like that just gets rid of like lead. It doesn't like get rid of the concept of something.
but a chainsaw does. But like you could
Yeah, well,
see
that's the thing.
an
That's what I'm getting
eraser.
at. It's like there's nothing, so it's just
Well,
like
no,
something
there's
has to just
nothing.
be
I
attached
just
to
said
that.
an eraser. You're like, well,
Yeah,
that's
no,
the
that doesn't get rid of a concept. That just erases like pencil drawing. Doesn't even
yeah,
get
but but
like
you could
what like
see the analogy. Like one erases this, and the other,
I
and then it
can see
also
the analogy,
erases.
but that's only because you have like pencil drawings and like I mean it's just like in the future like I don't think like erasers are going to mean the same thing to other people because of like digital medium.
It could be like a fucking paintbrush or something. Like you're painting over something. It's like, well, no, because paintbrush. Just you're really trying to argue that eraser makes as much or less sense than a chainsaw about erasing
Well,
ideas.
no, that's what I'm saying. Is it makes as much sense.
No, I think the eraser makes a lot more sense.
I get like yes, like I mean, yeah, you could probably like it would
Or
probably
you
make
could
more
even
sense.
you could even do like the mind devil or like the fucking amnesia devil
I
or
like
something.
the whole concept thing because
Well,
it's just
I
like
do
like
too.
if
I'm
he
just
eats
saying,
like a mouth devil, everybody's mouths exist and their memory of mouths exists. Like it's like stuff like that. Like a mind can't get rid of the reality of something.
yeah, I remember reading that.
Yeah.
But no, like because you could even do like the dementia devil or something. Now, obviously, that's
Or
not
the
going to be
concept devil.
or the I don't know who's. I guess people could be scared of the concept, but
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But I do like that it's the Chainsaw Man, and I think it
well,
gives
all
like
I'm trying to say, I don't mind it because it's whatever. Like it
yeah,
really is
maybe he
that it could
could
just be
just
anything. The
he
point I'm trying to
could
make is,
yeah.
he came up with the character long before coming up with this idea of like, oh no, there's actually like this is the most powerful devil in existence because of its supernatural ability or its extraordinary ability to erase concepts as a whole versus.
Yeah. Sure.
That's all I'm
But
trying to
I
say. I'm
think
not
that's
trying to
like a
argue
good
it's.
payoff. Yeah. But I mean that's it's like so, I was like to me that doesn't matter because it's just like
I'm not even saying I'm like, man, this is ruined. I'm just saying that it's just a thought. Like it's just
okay, fair.
I'm just speculating. Like, oh, you had to imagine he came up with this far. He didn't
But I
have this
think that
end goal
is
in
a
mind.
very good payoff of like yes, they would care. Like I couldn't really think of a whole lot of other stuff that they would be like this willing to go out of their way to like acquire than this. It would be really lame if it was just like, and he's the strongest devil. And it's like, oh, okay. It's just like, no, he has like this ability, and knowing what you know about the story is why it's like immediately. I'm like, that's a really strong ability. Yeah, because of the world that it's established. I think if it was just like he could punch harder than anybody else, that would be fucking boring, and that would not be a good payoff. And it would make sense as well, but like you could still again forgive it. But I think the whole like the whole thing that it's just like you can erase concepts of like existence. Like imagine how much control over the world as you know it you could have if you had that power. So it's just like I can't think of anything else that would like be a better payoff. And so I do appreciate like what I appreciate that the payoff ended up being really great, even if it doesn't always make like as much sense.
All right.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm just trying to say. It's just like I think, and again, like I don't know how mangakas do this shit of like making a new issue every single fucking week.
Yeah, I don't know how that. Yeah,
And like
I mean,
writing and drawing it. I almost don't know if it's real or if it is just like no, we have like it's like a Astroturf thing where it's like there's really just like 18 people working on it and they just pretend like there's this one guy behind it because people actually care about it if it's like a person's vision.
there's
Because
no
like I don't know
telling.
if I
I like to
yeah, there's no
believe
telling.
it's
I
what they
like the
portray it as.
and again that like we always do just to go back to the whole to go back to my whole I love part 6 because it's just like it really does like it's just like yeah this
You mean
like
part 7?
no 6 part 6 is
With
one of my favorites. Part 7
Stone
Steel Ball
Ocean?
Run, yes, Stone Ocean. Steel Ball Run is my favorite, but part 6 is like very meaningful to me because it has a lot of like
Because they
really
live in Florida.
I mean that is neat. I do think that is neat. But like
All right.
yeah. But the big thing about it really is just like I just love how like sloppy and messy it
Shit.
is. it's just like there's so many like, well, we just gotta. It's like it doesn't really matter, It's just like, well, something we only have like a week to publish this. Sometimes you just gotta go with what you got and just
Yeah, I
try
mean
and make it work. And
that's the
I
Iraqi
love that.
special.
Yeah, I mean that is one of my
Flying by
reasons.
the seat of your pants. I
Yeah,
respect
and
it. I
I
respect it, but
respect it, and that's the thing is like it's very inspiring to somebody who wants to create. Especially for me specifically, um, because uh, because perfectionism has, you know, prevented me from making so many things in the world. So.
well, look, Carter, it's
Ugh.
been real. It's been fun, but we're coming up on 2 hours, and I have chores I got to do.
Yep, no, you're good. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for the night. Read the newest
Well,
episode of Chainsaw Man.
yeah, maybe.
I'm going to.
You
I
you
gotta
play
pull them.
some. You play some Deadlock.
Yeah, you want to play some Deadlock matches?
Man, I do, but I really got to get these chores done. I've been putting them off, and I have to do one of them before. Uh,
Julie gets home or something.
no, Julie's home, but I got to do these leaves before it gets too dark and too cold, and then I got to set up the studio because I wanted to start recording in there.
Well,
And
I'll tell you this. I mean, I got to go to work at 4, so
all right,
I
well,
don't know.
we're doing that thing where we make plans. Let's just
Okay,
sign off.
okay. All right, all right.
All right, thank you
Well,
for listening. That is the episode. Bye bye.
bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.
File.
Stop. All right. Export
Save.
audio. Export to computer.
This is episode
What?
8.
Wow, nice.
That's 2 months. We've been doing this consistently. Pretty
I know,
awesome.
and I want you to know, like, I really prioritize this as well. Like, I know it seems like I don't because I keep like, hey, can we do it on another day or something? But like, it's because it's just like I'm having to try really fucking hard to prioritize seeing Hannah and stuff. It's fucking tough. Because
Oh,
like
I
our
know.
sleep schedule,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah, but
I
just
know.